are you at for workout number 1 and workout number 2 for quarterfinals? What's your percentage? Do you need to redo something tomorrow morning based on your goals? I've taken the data that we have and compiled it to give us projections of where you may need to be. Now, this happened all throughout the CrossFit Open using information from Beyond the Whiteboard. We know that they post that, and it gives us an idea of where we need to be at. Several factors come into play that skew that, and I did some analytics on Reddit for the Open that ended up being pretty accurate, but they accounted for certain biases and whatnot, since that's not the data of the people entering it directly into the leaderboard. Now, I have that data here as well as other rumblings and just getting scores from other athletes, whether they be posting on YouTube, whether it be people I know, looking at where they stand in previous workouts, previous Opens and quarterfinals to find out what the percentages might be. We'll find out tomorrow. It's a lot more complex than doing the Open was. Basically for workout number 1, keep in mind, by the way, the information that is foundational that we start off of from Beyond the Whiteboard includes all ages. Now, I'm doing this for males. I can do it for females. If it becomes popular, I will. I do it for males because I'm a male and it takes a long time. I'm definitely willing to dive into it for females as well. For now, I'm just doing this. If people like it, I can do that in the future. The best way you can do that is to follow my page, follow my YouTube, send it to a friend who might be interested, go in the comments, because then it gets blasted out and it gets more traction. So I'd love to do this for the Open and for quarterfinals and everything going forward. Basically, what we have right now for workout number 1 is that based off a collection of several thousand male scores, we currently have 141 reps as 50th percentile, 162 reps as 75th percentile, and 177 reps as 90th percentile. 204 reps is 99th percentile. Keep in mind that 99th percentile would not make semifinals. I didn't actually do this math, but I think it's more than 99.5 percentile. If you take the amount of athletes participating and then you take the amount that they take to semifinals, it's actually harder than the 99.5th percentile, I believe. So that's where that's at. I don't think that's going to be accurate. I think that skews low based off of other results that people are posting, based on looking at the names on Beyond the Whiteboard and their past results and kind of where they are as athletes, as well as some people that I know at gyms that are very well known and the scores that are coming in there. Based off all of that, I think that the more accurate percentages will likely be the 50th percentile. So better than half the quarterfinal athletes would probably be around 160 reps. Again, this is a total guesstimate. We'll see what happens with it. 75th percentile, I'm thinking will be above 180 reps. 90th percentile, above 200 reps. And then I think the semifinals level athletes, what I'm seeing is that you're going to need to be better than 220. Now, obviously it's averaging all the workouts, so you can have lower and higher, but based off the names that I'm seeing, even though when we see the Savan podcast and the people who went there and that Colton Mertens only had a 219, we saw that the best athlete had 260. Now these are games level athletes. Even though Colton Mertens, games level athlete, had 219, I do think you're going to have to be above 220 to stay in the ball game. I saw a lot of scores up in the 210 to low 220 range from people who are outside of semifinals regularly. Now, workout 2, I think, is a little bit easier to project. We do have over 1,000 male athlete scores, I think over 1,500. And then I examine some of the top scores with their past results, and I have some information, not just of people who post from YouTube, and then looking at where they're at in the past, and then gyms where there's some good athletes and where they've been at. We've got the current Beyond the Whiteboard information is saying that 50th percentile will be is right now for people who've entered scores 220. 75th percentile is 254. So 4 burpees into the last round. 90th percentile is 270. And 99th percentile, again, which would be short of semifinals, is going to be an 18:43, 18 minutes and 43 seconds. Now, that seems accurate to me because you're going to have to be better than that. And here's what I'm hearing. And here's what I'm seeing from athletes whose names are posted, from athletes on YouTube, and from gyms with elite level athletes, and what people are getting. I think that a lot of people outside of semifinals, at best fringe semifinals, just outside, but a lot of people outside of semifinals are getting in the 18s. So although this isn't an incredibly accurate benchmark just based off that, I think you're going to need to be in the 17s for sure. I know a top 40 athlete, maybe a top 20 athlete in the world, a Clear Games athlete, you guys know who he is, who was in the 16s. I'm not going to say who that is. And then and that's another factor, that these people aren't posting their score. So these lack, not only is it not, does it include masters athletes, but it also lacks some of the best athletes entering their scores in order to kind of get that, find out where we're at. So I think that you'll definitely have to be shooting in, if you want to make semifinals, you have to be in the 17s, and that'll put you kind of right in the mix, maybe even low 17s. I think that the accurate range for 50th percentile is going to be right around 250. 75th percentile, I think is going to be 275 or more. 90th percentile, I think we'll be finishing the workout and we'll be in the 19s. And then I'm not doing the 99th percentile. I'm just going to say semifinal athletes are going to need to be in the 17s. That's pretty much it for now. I will check on this tomorrow to see how accurate it is and adjust. I'm still going to continue to do it and continue to find ways to get athlete scores, to compile athlete scores who've posted on YouTube, on Beyond the Whiteboard, on other programming apps where the information is made public, from gyms where I know elite athletes, and I'm going to take all that and I'm going to continuously do this for the Open and for quarterfinals. So whether it's accurate or not right now, I think after doing it for a while, it can become pretty accurate so that everybody will have a better target of where to shoot for going forward. That's it. I guess we'll find out tomorrow where everybody's at, and then I will do this for the last 2 workouts. Unless this is just absolutely terrible and doesn't work, I'll probably go rethink everything and maybe come back next year with a little better formula. Do me a favor, send this or send the shorter Instagram clip to a friend. Subscribe. All that stuff is really helpful. I'm going to put a lot of work into this and into other CrossFit content. It is a huge deal to get followers and views, to get likes and to get shares. Apparently, I don't know how any of this works. Something about an algorithm, I don't know. But I like posting the stuff and I put in the work. And so if you're interested in this kind of stuff, just give me a follow and send it to a friend. Appreciate it. Good luck, guys.